Just imagine Somali pirates accompanied by their boats, rocket launchers, and automatic rifles are engaging their next victim, a commercial vessel in Somali waters. They've done this before and they've made good money for easy work. But then there's a curveball. They've targeted the wrong ship. The wrong ship, you might ask? Well, enter the USS Zumwalt. Yes, that USS Zumwalt, the most modern warship in existence. This thing's been called a floating fortress with technologies more advanced than the infrastructure of an average city. Stealth is its operational code, which almost guarantees enemy radar doesn't even detect its presence. Oh, and its weaponry? Yeah, that's all cutting edge, and it glides through the water with an almost ghost-like ability. And here come these pirates thinking they found another vessel ripe for the taking. Never has there been such a gigantic blunder on the open seas. As foolish as this attack was, it highlighted the gap between these Somali pirates and the sheer might of the United States Navy. So let's dive into how it all went down and why this turned out to be the pirates' greatest mistake. So to start, let's talk about why Somali piracy is even a thing. Somalia's location on the Horn of Africa has historically been a region of piracy. Lawlessness, hardship, and a lack of a strong central government have rendered these waters particularly unsafe. Piracy in this area began to flourish, especially in the 1990s. However, don't just picture the pirates of bedtime stories. Swords and eye patches have long since gone out of fashion. The modern pirate is an AK-47 wielding, rocket-propelled, grenade-launching, high-powered criminal of mass destruction. The pirates' equipment isn't the only thing that's evolved over the years. Their methods have become far more sophisticated too. Using fast, nimble boats, they target merchant ships for ransom. The objective? A big payday. Pirates strike quickly, board the ship, and demand millions of dollars. It's become a deadly game of cat and mouse between them and the forces that are trying to stop them, like, the US Navy. In the past decade, piracy in Somalia waters has increased enough to warrant a concerted US effort against it. And this is where things start to get a little interesting. The Zumwalt deserves a word or two. Picture your most advanced high-tech toy, then add some serious military gear. The Zumwalt class is a destroyer with an exceptionally small crew by Navy standards, only about 150 sailors. Why? Well, that's because most of its operations are automated. It's like a high-tech spaceship, but on water. The Zumwalt class is a heavyweight in the ocean. Its stealth capabilities allow it to glide past enemy radar undetected. The submarine also has an ultra-sophisticated propulsion system, built to outrun just about everything while maintaining near-silent operational status. Armed with advanced radar systems, missile launchers, and even helicopters, the Zumwalt isn't the kind of ship that pirates would typically target. But alas, these pirates didn't quite get the memo that tangling with this ship would probably be a really bad idea. So on that fateful day, the Zumwalt-class destroyer, en route near Somalia, encountered several small boats armed to the teeth. As usual, the pirates attempted to close in on what they thought was another easy-peasy target. But this time, they'd made an unforgivable mistake. They had targeted a Zumwalt-class destroyer. To them, it may have looked like just another vessel to attack, but in reality, it was the worst possible choice and led to some instant regrets. The crew of the destroyer knew exactly what to do. There was no panic. They didn't even break a sweat. They just simply activated their defense systems. First, the destroyer pinpointed the exact coordinates of the pirates using its superior radar. Then it deployed various defensive measures that left the pirates utterly powerless and in shambles. Now, picture this, an immense water cannon system blasting at you, flooding your boat within seconds. Or if that's not enough for you, imagine the destroyer's guns raining down hellfire in a relentless barrage. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that the ship itself could fire missiles from hundreds of miles away to intercept any threats. This wasn't a battle by any stretch of the word, this was an absolute mismatch in power. From the moment the pirates entered the destroyer's crosshairs to the moment they were annihilated, they had no clue as to what had just hit them like a freight train. They were about to experience a level of firepower beyond their wildest imaginations. So, what exactly happened next? Well, the pirates' plans ended in complete disaster. The USS Zumwalt's advanced defenses sprang into action, overwhelming the pirates without mercy. Their boats were either sunk or forced into retreat by the sheer might of the US Navy. The pirates had chosen the wrong target, and it cost them dearly. This was no minor mistake, it was outright humiliation of the most devastating kind. But they did learn a lesson, and that was to never underestimate the US Navy. To say their attack was foiled would be an understatement. It was obliterated by stealth technology, automated defenses, and overwhelming firepower. Yeah, those nasty pirates, they never stood a chance. Now, the real question here is, why did they even attempt to take on such a well-defended warship in the first place? Well, here's the thing. Pirates traditionally target merchant vessels or smaller, more vulnerable ships. The Zumwalt-class destroyer? Well, it's neither one of those. It's one of the most advanced warships in the world, capable of obliterating any pirate vessel in seconds. So our answer probably lies in desperation. In a lawless, chaotic region like Somalia, some pirates may throw caution to the wind for survival. Sometimes reckless gambles seem like the only option. Maybe they thought they could get lucky or they could take a shot at a bigger prize. But this attack proves just how dangerous that thinking can actually be. Taking on the US Navy is never a wise move, especially when you're throwing pasta at a warship. The ill-fated attempts of the Somali pirates against the USS Zumwalt-class destroyer serve as a reminder of a larger issue. Piracy remains a serious threat in many parts of the world, especially in areas like the Gulf of Aden and the Somali coastline. The US Navy, along with other international forces, continues to combat piracy through armed patrols, high-tech deterrence, and direct engagements with warships. While pirates may keep adapting, the US Navy is always one step ahead. As seen with the Zumwalt class, modern military tech vastly outmatches anything pirates can bring to the table. They might think that they can easily outmaneuver larger ships in their speedboats, but when you tango with the Zumwalt, you're just playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse that you're not going to win. So, what did these Somali pirates learn from their disastrous encounter with the destroyer? Well, one thing's for certain, they learned that attacking the wrong ship can have some catastrophic consequences. It doesn't matter how fast their boats were or how many guns they carried, they were never going to defeat a warship like that destroyer. It was just simply beyond their league. For the US Navy, though, it was just another day on duty, patrolling the open seas, protecting a global trade route, and maintaining maritime security. As for the pirates, they learned the